Hey, Garage Logic fans, I do a podcast on the Garage Logic Network that comes out every Wednesday and Friday now, twice a week. But here's an important caveat. There is zero logic available in my show, in the formal definition of logic. Of course, life is a yin and yang kind of thing. There's the logic side, and then there's the what the hell side, which needs to get its exercise. So come for the what the hell and stay for the you've got to be kidding me. Mishki, now Wednesdays and Fridays, twice a week.
This is the Weekly Scramble, a place where we chat about life over a cold one or two. It's time to belly up to the pod with Mike Fratelloni and your host, Chris Reuvers.
That's right. It's time for the Weekly Scramble podcast. My name is Chris Reuvers. With me, as always, his name is Mike Fratelloni. Hello, Michael.
How you doing, Reuvers?
Good. And just for you people out there, this is not a best of. We are recording this the day after Christmas in our year's Lord. How do you say that? Year of our Lord 2025. I want to start out with this. So, you know me.
I do know you.
I'm kind of one of those guys that's fly by to the seat of my pants at times. I mean, I'm structured, very structured, but there's things like, screw it, let's do that.
Let's drive to Indianapolis.
So exactly. So yesterday, or Christmas Eve, my family always does Christmas Eve. It's rooted in my mother is Bohemian, and in Bohemia, they celebrate Christmas Eve. It's actually kind of fun.
Can I give you my cartoon bubble of
Sure.
a Bohemian woman? Long hair, flowing dresses, hairy armpits. Is that Bohemian?
No.
Why does it seem? Did she have a rhapsody in her life?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I can't. I guess I can't answer that. But we did Christmas Eve, and I was talking to my brothers, and because when you have two brothers, the main objective in life is, and my sons are getting a firsthand front row seat to this, your only job is to rip the crap out of each other. That's just what you do.
Yep.
And so my brother and his wife and their family, they decided that this year, because they're kind of all over the place, they decided they weren't going to do a Christmas gathering. What they were going to do was they were going to go to the Vikings game.
Oh, a true Christmas celebration.
Correct. And so the Vikings were playing the rare home game on Christmas Day.
Wonderful.
And I thought, you know what? I had my family obligations in the rear view. I thought, I'm going to go to the Vikings game. And so, you wake up, kids are opening up the presents, and then, of course, they're going to spend the rest of the day playing with whatever gifts that they received that day. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the Vikings game as well. And I actually had a ticket. I have season tickets, but I normally sell my main ones, but I always keep an upper deck ticket until the day of the game, just in case somebody from out of town that I know really well is going to go, that I can go have a beer with them and then head back. And so I thought, oh, that's right, I heard Snoop Dogg's playing the halftime show.
A big deal.
And so I thought, okay, that'll be kind of fun.
And K-pop Demon Hunters.
Who?
K-pop Demon Hunters was also playing.
Who the sweet hell is that?
#1 band in the world right now.
You're
literally
kidding.
No, it's from a kids television show.
So is that the kid? So you watched the halftime show?
I did not, but everyone was super pumped at my gathering to see K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay, so your girls are going to kill me.
Okay.
I have no idea who they were.
And my girls weren't. It's little kids were.
Oh, it's little
Yes,
kids.
yep.
Okay. This is not the teenage. Okay, whatever.
No, it comes from some anime show or something.
So I thought, you know what? I had not been to a home Vikings game all year, and I do like to go to a game every year because it is kind of fun, and it was festive. It wasn't going to be brutally cold outside. I thought, you know what? I have some stuff to do. I had to actually come here anyway.
Yep.
I had to come here to put a best of together for Garage Logic, and I thought I'll get a couple of things done, and then I'll head over to the Vikings game. And I thought maybe I could just park here and take the light rail. And I thought, screw that. I have a super secret spot that's fantastic. And it's a 4-block walk to the game, and then you get right back to your vehicle. You're right on 394, and you're out of there. 2 observations walking to the game. I know it was Christmas Day, Mike. Nothing was open.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Christmas Day. I get it, but it's downtown. I thought, this is so weird.
Tom's Watch Bar?
I didn't walk that way. I walked kind of the other way.
Got it.
They might have been open, but I did not walk past that bar. So, but there was literally nothing open. So I walked by, and my buddy Matty Matt was DJing on the plaza area because it was a 3:25 kickoff and it was basically overcast and depressing all day. So it started to get dark basically right before kickoff. So I walk in, I had my ticket, and I know the best entrance known to man because everyone goes to the main one. I'm like, oh, yeah, dummy, go over to this side, and you walk right in. And so I walked in and walked around, and I cannot tell you how many people I ran into that I know personally, but also that I ran into a couple of frat packers, listeners of GL. It was so much fun and festive. And the beauty of going to a game by yourself is you can do whatever the hell you want.
Do whatever you want.
Yep.
Get yourself a beer, walk around.
So I did. I wanted to get my steps in. So I was walking around, and it was I will give the Vikings so much credit. Their in-game production from the intro to everything, it's top shelf.
Sure.
Like it's second to absolutely none. They do such an amazing job.
Except
and I know
SEC football.
well,
Whatever.
Right. Yeah. And I know Brian Harper, longtime director of, I believe it's the Vikings Entertainment Network. I believe he is taking another job, and he is the best in the business. I've met Brian. He's a great dude, and he's super good at what he does. But in any event, the nights are coming and the snow is falling, and here we come to take over it's top shelf, right? So I walked around, then I was going to go say hi to my brother and his wife and their family. And I said, I'm here to watch Snoop Dogg. And the second that show's over, I am back in my car and I'm going to watch the second half at home, right? That's kind of the mindset. So here's the reason I'm bringing this up. So I go back to where the main entrance is. My season tickets happen to be on the absolute opposite side of that field. Okay. Where you look at like the downtown skyscraper scene and stuff. So I walked to the other side because I thought, well, my car is that way. I'm going to take a video that my 14-year-old wanted me to take so I can send it to him. And I'm going to watch Snoop Dogg and Lainey Wilson, and then I'm out of there. And I got to tell you, here's what I don't understand about these shows. And I love Snoop Dogg, right? I love Snoop Dogg. Who are these shows for?
The TV audience.
Right, but who? Because I'm watching this saying, Snoop Dogg's saying none of the words that are coming through the microphone, to the point where you could see the microphone at his hip, and you could still hear his voice. So that part, all right. You expect that, right? But Mike, I'm not joking. The lines for the bathroom in the entire first half, you better hold it because the lines were out the door. And U.S. Bank is very accommodating for the bathroom goer, especially the guys that are having a couple of pops and whatever. The second the halftime started, I went, oh, this is kind of dumb. But whatever. And the in-game... And the reason I preface by saying the Vikings Entertainment Network does such a great job with all of that, the actual audio from the show in the stadium was dreadful.
But it was also dreadful for us listening from the TV.
It
Couldn't
was.
hear a word. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. That was going to be my question because I knew you were at home with the fam watching this as well. But then the thing is the seconds, and you could tell when a halftime show was winding down. They got the clock going on in the background. And Lainey Wilson, who's adorable, and you know what? I kind of have a thing for Lainey Wilson. She's got an amazing voice. I do like some of her songs, but you could tell it was starting to wind down. And that, all right, well, I'm leaving, but I'm gonna hit the head. Right, I'm gonna use the bathroom before I take off. I'm not joking. I was at the main bathroom, right by the Polaris entrance. There was not one human being in that bathroom.
Really?
I walked right in, like. Well, everybody's watching halftime.
Like, I'm going to go ahead and take a number two.
I wasn't going to do that.
Here.
I just thought because I got a little bit of a walk, and it's about a half an hour drive for me to get home. And I thought, but every single, and I don't know if you could see this from TV, everybody had their phone out. I was guilty too. I was taking a video for William because he wanted a video of Snoop Dogg. So everybody there was taking a video. The second, so I'm walking out, right, and I walked by a Hennepin County deputy sheriff and a Minneapolis police officer. They were standing there together. I said, is the max exodus about to happen? He goes, this place will be half empty in 20 minutes, right? Oh, yeah, meaning like everyone was staying for halftime and then everyone was leaving. But I'm thinking, who is that for? Like, because obviously everybody there was there so they could take their Instagram photo so they could post it to social media, put their social, you know what I mean? That's, I bet, why 90% of the people were at that game yesterday.
We know what it's for. It's for Netflix to get their foot into the NFL, right? To really get their claws dug into the NFL. So you see, you had Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Martha Stewart introduced him. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. The video was quite charming on the
good?
scoreboard. Yeah,
Okay.
It was very charming.
Lainey Wilson, Andrea Bocelli, and Matteo, his son. But what you're not getting is that it was Hunter RX, or the K-pop Hunter experience. So let me read you something from K-pop Demon Hunters. That is a cartoon that's on Netflix. Since this hit, K-pop Demon Hunters, Netflix is up 17% based exclusively on that.
You're
They're saying
kidding me.
17% of their revenues have come from K-pop Demon Hunters. It is by far the biggest show on Netflix, and it is across the world successful. So it's not just United States successful.
Wow.
K-pop Demon Hunters. So they have a bunch of songs in the movie K-pop Demon Hunters, or the series or the television show, and those songs are the number one songs across the I shouldn't say United States, across the world right
Wow.
now. So this was Netflix's way of saying, we own these properties, Snoop Dogg, Lainey Wilson, Andrea Bocelli, and K-pop Demon Hunters. By the way, you should go ahead and increase our revenues another 17%, like when K-pop Demon Hunters came in the third quarter of this year. Revenues increased 17% at Netflix. So Netflix is just trying to figure out if we can put a halftime show together that keep people engaged with Netflix, and I think they did it.
So I know that with the game being on Netflix, because I was answering, because of course my dad, and he's all worried about how to watch the Gopher football game this afternoon, the Gopher Bowl game this afternoon. So guess what I get to do? I get to drive to his house and get him aligned with the TV.
Bowl game.
Yeah, it's super huge.
You know, one nice thing about this bowl game is it's someplace warm.
That's true.
So at least you don't have to. It's not the, what was it? When did you work in Detroit?
It was at that point called the Quick Lane Bowl. It has a
Fiesta
different
Bowl?
name now.
No.
It's like the Sports Online something bowl game
that's
or
the
whatever.
worst. Okay.
Where I was driving there in an ice storm, like because that's what you want to do the day after Christmas.
Remind me, why does Detroit always play on Thanksgiving?
Well, it's Detroit and Dallas. There is a reason why. I don't remember it off the top of my
And
head.
then why did they have to play again on Christmas? Thanksgiving and Christmas. You think they'd give them one? Do they always play Christmas?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
That's kind of weird because that's kind of a shaft.
Well, up until the Vikings eliminated them yesterday. I mean, they were one of the marquee names in the league right now. I mean, they were the number one seed last year, and they were an NFC
They
championship.
got screwed last year, right?
They
Should have gone all the way.
Well, probably.
What I don't get, Reuvers, if I'm not mistaken, you'll know the stat. Did the Vikings only have -3 passing yards?
So it's funny you say
possible?
that. I remember I was standing next to a guy who basically had the same plan as me. And again, full disclosure, here's what I was wearing yesterday. I'm going to put this on for the YouTube crowd. I was wearing my black Vikings hat.
Black.
My quarter zip Under Armour shirt.
Black.
And my black Reebok Twins pants that I love to death, not realizing it was a whiteout. So I was that guy because my niece goes, hey, dumbass, you know it's a whiteout today. I go, yeah, I now remember.
Now you know.
Because as soon as I walked in, I went, oh, crap, that's right. It was a whiteout today.
You could have probably taken that white robe and hood thing you have. I'm just kidding. He doesn't have a white robe and hood. That was a good joke, though.
Wow.
That was pretty funny, though.
But
the Detroit Lions play every Thanksgiving because their owner, George Richards, started the tradition in 1934 as a brilliant marketing move to boost attendance. The game... Their team's attendance were so low that he committed the Lions will play Thanksgiving because we need to get our attendance up for those games.
Sure.
So it's been since 1934, almost a 100-year tradition.
I did not know that. And I know there's always those cool stories about that's how families essentially, like, this is what we do for Thanksgiving. We tailgate, we have Thanksgiving dinner, and then we go to the Lions game, which is, I think, actually kind of cool.
In 34, Richards bought the Portsmouth Spartans, moved them to Detroit, and renamed the Lions. And they were having such a hard time filling the thing. He said, hey, let's do this. The only time it's been interrupted was World War II.
Huh.
And that was from 39 to 44. And then ever since, they've been playing on Thanksgiving.
And the neat thing about going to a game like that's on a holiday is there's so many, people that go to those games for the very first time. Mm-hmm. I was talking to a dad who had brought his, I would guess, 10-year-old son, right? And they're all wearing their white Justin Jefferson jerseys.
So cool.
And for him, that kid has no idea that that this game means nothing to the Vikings, right? But for him, that's his experience. He got to go to the game with his dad on Christmas Day, and he's going to remember that forever.
And it's a great show.
Which is
no
cool.
matter what, it's a great show.
So anyway, it was a fine production, and I'm glad I went. But boy, I got to tell you, I guarantee you I was the first person out of there after halftime. Because it's the second it was done, like, see you, Vikes.
Did you think the Vikes were going to win at that point? No, we weren't. It was not.
I was listening to the game on the radio, and PA and Pete were talking about it. I kept thinking, they're going to find a way to blow this. They're really going to find a way to blow this on the way home.
How did we have -3 passing? I mean, I understand how.
That's
some sacks.
That's how great the defense played.
Oh my goodness!
That is how. If
how many turnovers? Didn't we turn them over 6 times? Or something like that?
it was 10 combined sacks and turnovers in the game.
Wow!
And so had the defense not played as well, it probably would have been what happened in Seattle where they got shut out. But anyway, it was fun. So I do want to commend our friends at North American Banking Company for everything they have done for us here in 2025, and looking forward to a fantastic 2026. It's a wonderful community-run bank here in the Twin Cities. 6 locations to serve you. It's 50th and France. It's Woodbury. It's Hastings. It's Roseville. It's also Maple Grove. They offer all of the services as the other big national banks, whether you're looking to buy a home, perhaps finance a new home renovation project, or get that new car that you've been thinking about. My friends at North American Banking Company are going to be able to help you out. They offer the same online and updated mobile banking options as those other big national banks, but the key difference is you're going to get the unparalleled service of a community bank. So, locally owned and operated. Check them out online for yourself today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. Once again, it's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender. The Weekly Scramble. We will be right back. I want to stick with football for a second.
Sure.
This coming Sunday, the NFL game of the week, so not the Sunday night game, not the Monday night game, but the game of the week, your Philadelphia Eagles head to Western New York to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh.
Two reasons why I wanted to bring this up.
By the way,
I know you do.
This team I hate the most.
But the reason I wanted to bring this up is I have obviously a connection with the Bills franchise. This is going to be that game where there's going to be mayhem in the tailgate lots, mayhem in the stands, because you are combining
2 of the most moronic
fan bases in the entire league, and it's in Buffalo Stadium, which, by the way, this is their last game at their old stadium.
Oh, so they're going to tear this thing down.
And number 2, they're both really good teams, and this means a ton for both franchises. Reason being, if they could somehow provide drone footage, as a guy that's tailgated for games at that stadium before, if there was some pay-per-view style of drone footage for the tailgate lot, I would 100% watch every second of that. No, it's the 3.
Oh, good.
It's the 3:30. We've been drinking since 9 a.m. game.
Seriously, I mean that is going to be problematic.
Yeah,
Eagles fans are just morons. They're just morons, right? Throwing bottles at people, super disrespectful. And then you have the Bills fans, and it's in their home territory. That is going to be really an interesting thing to watch. How many higher or lower than a 100 fights? I mean, there's going to be 100 fights.
I'll say lower, and here's why. I'll say lower because, like I said, having gone to 6-7 games out there, whatever the number is, the police presence, absolutely second to none.
Okay.
Second to none. And the thing is, I was in Cleveland last Sunday with William.
Yep.
And you couldn't walk 2 steps without running into a uniformed officer.
Okay.
So they'll be prepared for this. And I know that the family that owns the bill, they aren't going to put up with that. So I'm going to say lower.
Lower. Okay, but that's good.
But it won't excuse us. But here's the other element that I think is missed. And I was reading a story about this on ProFootballTalk.com yesterday. This will be the first time that Tom Brady returns to Highmark Stadium for the first time since he played there with the Patriots in 2019. Do you know why that's significant?
Okay, first time.
Don't look it up.
No,
Don't
I'm
look
not
it up.
looking it
Okay,
up. No, I do not.
So obviously, player, Hall of Fame quarterback turned broadcaster. He's coming back for the very first time. Okay, be at the Google.
Okay,
So I can explain this without having to say what I'm trying to say to get us into trouble. So every year up until Brady was done with the Patriots. So 2019 was his last year with the Patriots, and then he played for Tampa Bay for what was it, 2 years?
I think so.
2 or 3 years, whatever it was. The Bills fans came up with a tradition to honor Tom Brady.
Oh, really?
And
Okay, something classy, I
his
guess.
presence and not quite.
Okay.
His presence and his legacy, they would throw an object onto the field to show their appreciation for all of his success.
Oh, good.
And basically because I think he was like 2003 all-time against the Bills as a quarterback for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you remember this now?
Vaguely.
Okay, so
No.
I not that I know anybody ever involved with this, but they would always throw this object. The object is a toy, not the kind that you would wrap under the tree for Christmas.
No, it would be maybe in the nightstand in your bedroom.
Correct, for the missus.
For the missus.
And so that toy, it was always pink.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of nice, right?
And in fact, there was one year, you got to look this up. Not right now, but you got to look this up because there was one year where so many of these had been thrown on the field, they had to call a timeout. And I can't remember if it was a shovel or if it was one of those John Deere kind of skid steer deals where they had to get them off the field because there were so many of them.
It first occurred in 2016 as I'm looking that up.
So it was, okay, it does go back to 2016.
It goes all the way back and only in Buffalo. And it is, I mean, when someone turns to you and you're working part-time there as security.
Yep.
And a guy says, run on out there and grab all those dildos and throw them away. You're like, I don't think I have the right kind of gloves on.
No.
I'm not doing it.
In fact, one of the gentlemen that I ran into yesterday, my buddy Nate, I actually was his coach for baseball, and he worked for the Vikings for, about a decade or so, and he had his beautiful little girl there, and we chatted for a little bit. And when you start working for an organization, NFL, MLB, whatever, you start Hubbard Broadcasting. You start ground floor.
Started from the bottom.
You're selling T-shirts at the fair for the Vikings. You're running tickets or whatever you're doing. So you're thinking, okay, I have my degree in mass communications, sports marketing, whatever my degree is in, and I got a job with my hometown Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I get to quote unquote work game day. Oh, I wonder what they're going to have me do. I wonder. Oh,
get out there.
Am I going to work like communications in the locker room? Am I going to get Josh Allen through his press conference? What's my gig? No, you get to go collect sex toys from the field at Highmark Stadium.
And then there's a guy standing on the sidelines that was there that day. And all of a sudden, boom, back of his head. He turns around, and he just took one in the head. A pink sex toy bonked off of his head. That would be embarrassing. You'd be embarrassed.
That is behavior that we certainly do not condone here on the Weekly Scramble podcast. We do not. We absolutely do not. But I got to tell you, I got to give a quick shout out to my brethren there in Western New York. Uncle Chris is going to be really disappointed if that doesn't find a way to happen.
They have
It's
banned
tradition.
they banned them. So how would you sneak those in? I don't know.
Having gone through the rigorous check-in.
Sure, they don't do it. It's just kind of running through the...
Mike, I will say this. And again, I love my brethren, the Bills Mafia. You're my people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an adopted member of the Bills along with my 14-year-old son. But let me just put it this way. I attended a playoff game there, which would have been the 2021 season, but it was January of 2022. So COVID had kind of tamped down a little bit, but it was still on the it was still on the minds of people because remember the 2020 season, we had no fans. Like remember the Super Bowl had 50% capacity, I think. So 2021, we decided, okay, we're going to open up the doors. And then in that playoff stretch, so this was January of 2022, I went to the Bills-Patriots playoff game. And you had to have your vaccine card.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, crap, because I told my buddy Ryan, I said, dude, I don't have my card on me. He said, oh, do you need one? Wait,
what do you mean?
What? And so basically there was a string of about 90 of us that kept texting the same card to each other. Yes. So we'd get up to the screen. You got your card? Yep, here it is. Get on it. Like,
no one was
let's just say security was a bit light for that particular game.
Well, it's such a weird time that was, wasn't it?
Oh, it
such
really
a weird
was.
time. I know we have another break.
Yeah.
But I have a really important test and question for you after the break.
Okay.
But stay tuned because this is going to be interesting.
You told me there wasn't going to be math.
It's not math.
All right.
I want to see if you can use your brain.
Oh.
Like
a teaser, like a brain teaser almost.
It's going to be something where it would be like a high IQ person would get this.
Oh.
So we'll see if you can do it.
Wow. Okay. I feel honored that you would challenge me in that particular way. Let's talk about We Are Nuts and wearenutsmn.com. You know what? A wonderful time of the year to be sampling. In fact, I mentioned this earlier when we did our road trip to Cleveland. That kid wolfed down like 2 different jars of cinnamon toffee peanuts on the road trip. But it's a wonderful gift to bring if you've still got holiday gatherings going on. I know I do, coming up next week as well. But you can go online to wearenutsmn.com and place your order or walk into any one of your Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores locations, Max Hardware, Lunds and Byerly's, Kowalski's Markets, Cub Foods. Coburn's now is also has We Are Nuts in stock. And also, by the way, Quick Trip has We Are Nuts selections as well. In fact, I had to do White Elephant this year.
Oh, you did?
For my family's holiday gathering.
Did you just take some empty containers of We Are Nuts?
I had Hokey Pokey popcorn, cinnamon toffee peanuts,
That's
almonds.
Not a white elephant gift.
Well, you put it all into like a package because, of course, what did my dad say? He said, which one did Chris bring? Because I know what he's bringing. Is it that one? Okay, that's the one I want.
Oh.
So he's no dummy.
I thought white elephant gifts were kind of funny gifts where they open it up and it's like,
it can be. Well, it can
Tom
be.
Brady sex toy.
But I thought, well, I'm just going to bring We Are Nuts.
Okay.
Because here's why. He's going to open it up.
And you're
then what's he going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to share it with everybody.
And the grandkids are going to start eating it. And
Exactly.
He's not going to say no.
So,
stop.
yes, do us a favor. Place your order at wearenutsmn.com. And please let them know that you heard about them here on the Garage Logic podcast. You have a test for me.
Okay, Chris. I'm going to
You
read
rarely
you.
ever call me Chris on this show.
Okay, Reuvers.
I thought that was charming.
I have and everyone who's listening, play along. I'm going to read a series of words. And I want to see, at any point you can start guessing, I want you to see if you can guess what this series of words has in common.
I have my marker.
Okay. So play along at home.
All right.
So let me start. Nails and screws.
Nails and screws.
Baseball. Uncooked pasta. Egg. Dog.
Wait, egg as in just
egg.
Okay.
Dog chew toy. Dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet. So is
Sandal.
this isn't like a shopping list. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay.
Doorknob.
Did you say sandal, by the way?
Yep.
Okay.
Marbles. Eyeglasses.
White elephant gifts.
No, that's not a bad guess.
All right.
Turkey baster. Plastic bottle. Aerosol can. Dental pick. Corn cob holder.
Ooh. So the thing you would put.
Yeah, you guessing?
Okay,
You got a good
okay.
guess?
Like I said, I thought maybe shopping list. Is this things that? Wait, hold on. Is there a plastic element to it? Like what would be included? Oh, baseball things that have a core with baseball.
No, you're doing good. Battery powered light. Film canister.
And it's not gifts.
It's not gifts. Penny. Light bulb. Vape pen.
Holy crap.
Rectangular travel toothbrush.
I have one.
You have one.
In fact, it's actually in my am I weird? I always have the travel toothbrush and a little tiny thing of Crest that's in the what do you call it? The thing in my truck.
I
have it right there.
To the center console.
Just in case. You never know when you got to brush them choppers.
Well, I don't think you're going to get this.
No, I'm drawing a blank because this isn't like a list of things that you would bring to a holiday gathering because I know
it's things you could buy at a store.
At a store because I know if you had said football instead of baseball because you always want like my kids and my nieces and nephews all played football during our holiday gathering on Christmas Eve.
Did you notice no footballs were on the list?
No
beach balls were on the list.
No.
Loaves of bread were on the list.
It's a very distinct and eclectic list of items.
Can you think of something someone could do with each one of those objects? What could you do with a penny or a nose hair trimmer?
When you went from pasta to egg,
uncooked pasta,
uncooked pasta. It's true. Penny, light bulb. I got to tell you, I'm drawing a blank.
Well, let me tell you, in 2025, each one of those items, somebody had put up their butts and had them stuck in their butts and had to go to the emergency room to get them removed from their butts.
Wait a minute.
Uncooked pasta.
Hold up.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Something ain't right.
Can you believe that
I
list?
was making a list and checking it twice.
Yes.
Okay, right here. Okay, I have some questions.
How would they put a sandal up there?
I'm wondering about sandal.
Yeah.
Again, this is a judge-free zone here on the Weekly Scramble podcast.
If you want to put something up your butt, go for it.
If that's what you're into, I'm not here to judge. Am I going to do that? No. But you know what? You do you, right? Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not here to cast light on anybody. I live in a judge-free zone. You let your freak flag fly. That's just kind of my thing, right? Whatever. How, in God's name, do you get a baseball up there?
I have a answer for that because there's reasons given to the doctors, and the baseball was.
Wait a minute. So stop.
Yes.
Hold up.
Okay.
So, in addition to you having the list of items,
some of them have reasons given why it's up there.
There's also an explanation. So, for instance, if I'm just, you know what, I'll just pick me. If Chris Reuvers goes to HCMC in the middle of the night after a Vikings game, or that wouldn't be after a Vikings game.
After a town ball game.
After a town ball game.
With a baseball stuck up your ass.
And I go to the doctor, hey, doc, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Yes. And again, okay, wow.
Okay, the reason for the baseball was to see what it felt like.
Jesus.
Well, it's probably going to feel like a baseball stuck up your butt, you moron. The beard clippers wrapped in plastic the reason why they was up there was feeling constipated for 2 days. So they had to jam a beard clipper up there.
So to hell with Metamucil.
Yes.
We're going with the beard
bottles
clipper.
Slipped in the shower or a shampoo bottle, and the reason was given, I was bored.
So here's the thing. Here's, I guess, the bigger message I wanted to send. I know someone that works in a hospital, and she spent some time working in the ER for a different hospital. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons she didn't last very long working in the ER was the discovery of some of the things you're going to have to deal with. God bless every first responder out there that has had to say,
you have what?
What are you in for? Okay, you've got a sandal up there. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you some sedatives so that way your muscles tense down. Because I'll never forget this. I have been admitted to the ER. Wait.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Wait.
For what? What did it hit the list?
No. Okay. Full disclosure.
Yes.
Here we go. So this would have been 2005. I think 2005. And I had just gotten braces. I got braces as an adult.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Did you never know that about me?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got braces as an adult because I was going to get married in a couple of years, and I wanted to have the world's
best
not that
teeth.
I didn't have bad teeth, but I wanted to have good straight teeth, right? And so I got braces. And I remember my orthodontist had said, "Hey, eating now is going to be a bit of a challenge because every month you got to go in and get them tightened,
crank them up a little bit.
And then when you get them tightened, you don't want to chew on anything. And so it was a lot of liquids and a lot of whatever. And I mean, it didn't matter. So I remember we had a get together for a Monday night Vikings game where we made steak and we made tri-tip. It was fantastic. And I remember I had just gotten my braces tightened that day, and dude, I love
some steak.
If you want a way to my heart, if you want to get right here to Chris Reuvers, you cook me a tri-tip, and I will love you till the end of time.
Sure.
And so
duly noted.
We had made a couple of tri-tips, and I was so looking forward to it, but my teeth hurt so bad. And so I grabbed a piece and I started to chew, and I went, you know what? Tell with it. I'm screw it. And I swallowed it, and it got lodged.
Oh, okay.
Right here. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. And I remember I had been admitted to the ER, the same spot where if you had one of these things, it was kind of the same division.
Okay.
We'll just say. And so they gave me a sedative because they had to find a way, because my throat had clenched up because I was trying so hard to either throw it up or get it to go down.
Yeah.
And neither way was working. And meanwhile, I wasn't choking, but I could barely breathe.
Okay.
And so I remember we went there and they took this gigantic tube, and I was sedated to the point where I wasn't feeling I was feeling nothing. And they took this tube and shoved it all the way down my throat to finally I could feel it just go whoop. So I've had a similar experience to our friends here on this list.
Well, let's give you a little data. In the last 10 years, on average, Reuvers,
baseball.
On average, how many people a year do you think go to the emergency room because something accidentally or on purpose is stuck up their rectums?
Let me ask, not that it matters, but is it this country or worldwide?
I think this is, it's strangely foreign objects, but it's the American Journal of Emergency Medicine. So I think it's the United States of America. Let me state this. The rest of the world doesn't have time to be putting sandals up their asses. They got to work. They're just hungry.
Wait a minute.
We have free time to do that stuff.
Dryer sheet?
A dryer sheet? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. So I'll give you this.
Light bulb? Aren't you worried that thing's going to break?
3,890 on average per year. 3,000 people. Almost 4,000 people.
I mean,
that's a lot of people per day.
Eyeglasses?
Okay, what's the average age of someone doing this?
28.
Oh, man, that was a horrible guess. You have to think of the desperation of a lonely guy just sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, God.
78% of these people are male.
Oh, my God, I thought you were going to say 78 years old.
78% of them are male, and the average age is 43. So you're a 43-year-old guy sitting home alone, looking at your shampoo bottle in the bathroom in the shower, and you're like, I think I'm going to try to push that up there.
Can I? Not that this matters.
Yeah.
But I just was wondering for a specification. You said egg.
Egg.
Are we talking about a hard-boiled egg? Are we talking about an Easter egg, like a plastic kind?
What's that big animal? Ostrich. What if it's an ostrich egg? Because they didn't specify the egg. I mean, when you look at this, Reuvers, we're too good here in America. Life is too easy. And you know what's interesting is we have a great group of people that listen to this show.
Yes.
One of our listeners, in the last handful of days, that list that we read off said, yep, I've had a highlighter up there in the last 10 days. That's right, I've done it. Because the average over 43 years old, 78% of them plus are probably male.
I'm going to guess it's Angie.
Yeah.
God, no, I'm going to get hate mail. Angie, you know I love you. I knew you were the one guy I could pick on.
Yeah, obviously.
Oof.
That's quite the list. Marbles. I like that one. Like when you say, do you have no marbles? Yep. Got about 100 of them stuck up my butt.
Uncooked pasta?
A rock. Turkey baster. Turkey baster I kind of get.
Aerosol can?
Okay, here's a question for you. What on that list?
No.
If you had to push something up there,
Nothing.
I think a marble. Seems kinda
Preparation
easy.
H is about it.
Yeah.
By the way, when you said the word penny,
Yeah.
I'll never forget this. I freaked out when my son, he would have been 3 at the time, put a quarter in his mouth. I said,
Oh, no.
Get that out of there. He said, Dad, it's mine. But I go, you have no idea where that coin has been.
Gross.
And so I made him.
And what if he would have swallowed it?
Oh.
That would have been so gross. You know, it's funny because for the holiday season, we were going and I knew I was going to do a little drinking
Sure.
at my parents. So I rented a limo. You knew that. I
yeah.
do that on
Yeah.
occasion. So I rented this limo.
You're very, very smart about that kind
It
of
was
stuff.
$500. And I was
That's
like,
nothing.
Oh my God, that was a lot. But it didn't come with the driver. I was like, what do you mean it didn't come with the driver? So I was a little mad. I was like, I spent all that money and I have nothing to show for it? Get it? Nothing to show for it? That is one of my all-time things. Because you see what I did? I worked it into the story like, oh, it's believable. Frank only rented
100%.
Okay, then I have to do one Christmas-themed one.
All right.
Okay.
I'm here for you.
What's a Christmas tree's favorite kind of candy?
Mike, I have no idea what a Christmas tree's favorite kind of candy is.
Ornaments. Reuvers, you are the best.
Please do us a favor, rate and review the show wherever you happen to be listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. It helps others find the show. It helps us out as well, and we appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you to all of you that have reached out over the last year. And you know what? It's going to be a wonderful Christmas. It's going to be an even better New Year, and we appreciate each and every single one of you. His name is Mike Fratelloni. My name is Chris Reuvers. Thank you so very much for listening to the Weekly Scramble podcast. We will talk to you again next time, and until then, cheers.